Junius, Episode 3. Sermocinatricus partes sunt etymologia et syntaxis, velut materia et forma primaria grammaticae, Litterarii vero orthographia et prosodia, quadrum illa etymologiae atque syntaxeos materiam exponet signis, haec quasi formam et colorem utriusque significat. Junius continues defining terms in his grammar. He says, of Sermocinatricus, that means of spoken language, the parts or the divisions are, first, etymology, etymologia, that is the study of the derivation of words, and syntaxis, syntax, or the arrangement of words. Both of these, of course, are words of Greek origin, etymologia and syntaxis. As they are, velut, for example, just as they are the principal, primaria, or the primary, material and shape of Grammaticae. We might say Grammaticae artis, the grammatical art, or simply grammar. Vero, that's adversative, but Litterarii, so here we have to supply a great deal from the previous sentence. The partes Litterarii, the parts or the divisions of the written form of speech, there's vero, the adversative again, as opposed to the Sermocinatricus, the spoken form of speech, are, we have to supply both partes and sunt, orthographia and prosodia. Orthography, or proper endings, proper forms, in other words, that we write sunt and not some non-existent form, some solecism like sant, for example. That's orthography, orthographia, proper, correct writing, and prosodia, prosody, that is, how it is that the words are supposed to fit together in a pleasing fashion. Notice that all four of these terms, actually, the partes Sermocinatricus and the partes Litterarii, are of Greek origin. Etymologia, syntaxis, orthographia, and prosodia. And now we have quorum. This is a feminine plural genitive, of which, meaning of these, illa, the one of these, referring to the former, exponent, sets out the materiam, the substance, the subject matter, the content, we might say, for materiam. One of these sets out the content of etymology and of syntax, and these are both genitive, etymologiae and syntaxeos. They have different endings, they are different declensions. This is taken as a first declension noun, and this one is taken as a third, or really a Greek ending, transported into Latin. So the antecedent of illa is orthographia. So orthography sets out the content, the subject matter, of etymology and syntax, signis, by means of signs or symbols. And the latter, I take it referring to prosodia, or prosodia, this significat indicates, or lays bare, reveals, points out, so to speak, the formam et colorem, the shape and the colorem. We should take this as kind of the emphasis, would be a good translation of colorem, I believe. But because he's speaking metaphorically, he uses this quasi, of each of them, utriusque, that is of etymology and syntax.